Welcome to One-on-One, I'm Shelley Archibald. Welcome to One-on-One, I'm Shelley Archibald. Welcome to One-on-One, I'm Shelley Archibald. National record holder, Pan Am Games medalist, Commonwealth Games medalist, and the Olympic silver. Harry Bryan moved from the United States to New Brunswick in the early 1970s. Since that time, not only has he perfected the craft of boat building, but he and his wife Martha have chosen to live off the grid with careful consideration for the environment. Marianne Limpert has had an illustrious swimming career that has taken her all over the world. But we caught up with her here at her first pool in Oromocto, New Brunswick. New Brunswick has changed in the decades since Antonine Maillet began her writing career. Her call for inclusion is one that has been heard the world over. Her views for a bilingual and multicultural New Brunswick and Canada not only makes her a citizen of the world, but an icon for all. There are many perceptions about artists: moody, volatile, tortured. These are often misperceptions, and nowhere is this more the case than with painter Fred Ross. His roles in government and now as ombudsman have kept up that hectic pace. This self-confessed workaholic took some time out of his busy schedule to speak with us here at the Law Library of UNB, his old alma mater. Drugs, jail, and a struggle for identity are all the hallmarks of a country music song. They also describe the life of country music artist Julian Austin. I'm going to start off with some dirt that I found out about you that maybe not everybody knows. Your entire group, yourself included, were very much influenced by Americans, by the Mexican muralists, by Diego Rivera. What is the relationship between the area and where you live and what you do and kind of universal ideas? Susan, you wanted to be interviewed particularly in this place. We are by a very sacred piece of land and in a very important building. Can you tell me why you picked this place to be interviewed? What do you see as the link between classic tone writers and what you do?
That's such a great question.
Well, it seems to me, someone who has a history with addiction, that this is a very tough road to go down, because so many people get into the industry and then come across this problem. How do you deal with the traveling, the constant accessibility? How do you stay clean? The Office of the Ombudsman was created in the 1960s to deal with what we term the democratic deficit of perhaps people feeling alienated from traditional institutions. How well do you think that office has done in answering that problem? I'm thinking at the moment that everyone knows that I'm talking about are the trials. And you look up, you don't make it. I have to ask, what was that like?
You know, I think I was just in shock. Yeah, oh gosh, you've been doing your homework for sure.
First, let's start with, when you were in the 60s and you're in Quebec and you go to Paris, how did this inform you about what was going on in New Brunswick?
That's such a good observation and question, Shelley, because I agree with you. I can honestly say to you, I would not be sitting here to you talking about what I'm talking about if it wasn't for people who believed in me more than I believed in myself.
Bernard Richard has been a cabinet minister, a prominent member of the opposition, a lawyer, and a social worker. All of these combine to make him an ombudsman with an eye for society's future while dealing with the problems of today. If an artist's studio gives us insight into the mind of that artist, then eclectic, approachable, and with more than a touch of brilliance are words that describe Fred Ross. Speaking with Harry Bryan not only makes you wish you could sail away, but also brings you closer to the earth. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of One-on-One. I'm Shelley Archibald. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of One-on-One. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of One-on-One. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I'm Shelley Archibald. Thanks for watching.